Hi and welcome back to Classic MGB. Now, MG as a company is over 100 years old, and over the years it's evolved from a small part of the Morris Car Company, a large British company, and has eventually become a small part of a giant Chinese company, SAIC Motor Corporation. Of course, over the years the cars have changed dramatically, and along with them the badge or logo on them, so we thought it'd be interesting to see how the MG brand, and more specifically the logo, has changed over the years. The first MGs were basically rebadged Morris cars. This MG 1428 Supersport was based on the Morris Oxford chassis and used the bullnose radiator, suitably adorned with the first generation of MG badge. As you can see, this first badge really illustrated what the first MGs were, basically special editions of Morris cars, with the Morris Oxford name far more prominent and the MG name shown around the edge almost as an afterthought. Pretty soon all this changed, and in 1927 the MG car company was formed, although it was still owned by Morris Garages Limited. The octagonal logo was originally designed in 1924 by cost accountant Ted Lee, who was working at Morris Garages, and it was first used on the radiator below the Morris Garages badge. Now, rumour has it that Cecil Kimber, the general manager of MG, liked the octagon a lot. Some have even referred to his liking as an obsession. And this is evident as he ensured the octagonal design was used as often as possible. Clearly, Mr. Kimber wanted to differentiate MG from its parent and establish MG as a brand in its own right. This logo was used from 1927 right up until 1952. This may be because one of the clever things about the design is that whilst the badges on the cars appeared in this rather fetching shade of brown with a gold gradient background, the logo also worked very effectively in a single colour. This was particularly useful because the majority of publications weren't printed in colour, so advertisements usually appeared in black and white, with the cars and logo shown as black line drawings. By 1952, this minimalist approach became the norm, and the slight thinning of the letters and border gave the logo a modern and progressive look. The logo was used effectively on the EX181 speed record car and was used in multiple colours both on the cars and in advertising. 1962 saw the introduction of the shield surround and the reintroduction of multiple colours on the logo, this time silver and red. As far as we could see, the MGB was the first car this design appeared on at launch, although it was used on a variety of MG branded models including the Midget and the MG Princess 1100. Interestingly, as the 70s dawned, the silver and red logo was used without the shield on some models, including the MGB-GT, with this logo featuring on the last MGB ever built at Abingdon. The logo was carried on without the shield throughout the 80s into the post-Abingdon saloons like the MG Maestro, MG Montego and MG Metro, including the bonkers MG Metro 6R4. 1990 saw the logo becoming more intricate, with gradients and a pseudo 3D design. One of the first cars to get this badge was the revamped MGB, otherwise known as the MG RV8, and was subsequently used on the Millennium cars like the ZS, ZT, ZR and of course the MGF and TF sports cars. Interestingly, the MG X-Power SV supercar, basically a mildly re-engineered Quavali Mangusta, was also rebadged with this logo. As MG Rover disappeared and SAIC took over the assets, this logo initially remained on the cars, but it was soon changed to this metallic design and was used on a whole range of Chinese-built models ranging from the MG3 and MG5 through the company's SUVs, and is even used on MG's current flagship product, the Cyberster. The last logo change, and the current one when this video was produced, is another back-to-basics redesign, reverting to a single colour together with a softening of the octagon's corners. Some might argue that this logo harks back to the 1970s US commercial that saw an MGB being parachuted into the Californian desert. The logo on the parachute? Yep, you've guessed it, a red MG octagon. So there you go, a quick look at how the MG logo has evolved over time. Of course, the company and the cars have changed out of all recognition. Whilst many find the idea of the brand being owned by a Chinese company and the logo being used on modern electric cars offensive, it is a mark that, unlike many others, has survived for over 100 years, and judging by the investment being made in the company and its cars, its future looks assured. The Chinese ownership of MG has certainly polarised opinions, so whichever side of the fence you sit, let us know what you think in the comments. Of course, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like and share it to anyone that may be interested. And also consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell so you'll be notified when we upload new content. As always, many thanks for watching and take care.